Testify Thursday. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to continue with the Faith and Church series. We're focusing on the Trinity Theological Seminary, how far God has brought them, so many years of influence, from the foundation to influence of our time. And we're going to get talking with Right Reverend Professor Joseph M.Y. Edusa-Eyison of the Trinity Theological Seminary. And I'm joined by him this afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sister.
You are so welcome to the studios of Sunny FM.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you here. Yes, so Right Reverend Professor. So I want you to tell us something little about yourself and how long you've been working with Trinity Theological Seminary.
Thank you very much. I am from Isikado,
Okay.
Second D,
Wow.
or Western Region.
Okay.
And 5 siblings.
Okay.
I am married to Lucia with 3 children. I schooled at the University of Ghana
Okay.
and University of Natal in South Africa
Okay.
for further degrees, having completed also from the Trinity Theological Seminary.
Okay.
But Natal was in conjunction with Akrofi Christella Institute
Wonderful.
at Ekropon. I started serving with Trinity as an assistant lecturer 1992.
Wow.
And 94, I became a full lecturer.
Okay.
And so since 94, I have been at Trinity.
Wow.
Yeah, lecturing.
That's 30 years.
Only that it was truncated. Some few years, I was sent to the Methodist University
Okay.
as the vice principal for 4 years. That was 2014 to 2018.
Okay.
2018, I was elected bishop of the Northern Accra Diocese, one of the young dioceses in the Methodist Church.
Okay.
Served for 6 years from 2018 to 2024. Having come out from 2024, church sent me back to Trinity to continue teaching.
That's amazing. What a journey.
Yeah.
What a journey. And I think I was reading something little about the institution, and it's been in system for like 84 years?
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. So from foundation to influence.
Yeah.
And this afternoon, we just want to talk a little bit about this and ask what core vision drove the founding of the Trinity Theological Seminary, and how has the vision evolved over the years? Yeah.
Trinity is one of the major theological institutions in the country.
Okay.
And the churches that founded are Methodist, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Evangelical Presbyterian Church. These were the 3 sponsoring churches. And then later joined by the Anglican Church and the AME Zion Church. So altogether 5 of us running the seminary. And you want to appreciate that this was to ensure that in Ghana, we also train our own indigenous people to run and manage the church. At a point, we started with a training in Kumasi, and later relocated to Legon.
Okay.
We relocated to Legon to take advantage of the University of Ghana and how students could partner with the university, how we could be impacted positively by the university. Only that we didn't have space on the university campus. Why? Because at the time, government had indicated the desire to build a hospital, a teaching hospital, with bungalows and flats for doctors and nurses. And so we could not have space on the university campus.
Sure.
Later, we had space around Mimpasam, and that is where we are now.
Wonderful. That's amazing. And so with all these coming together as one unit to bring Trinity Theological Seminary into the system, it makes it look very big. So it's like it's not cut out to only the charismatics or the Protestants, or that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so, which key moments or decisions would you say most shaped the seminary's growth and identity? Because it's a very prestigious place.
Yes, we have had several epochs in the life of the seminary, and these areas which indicate growth, we love to place them within the context of the principals and presidents during whose time these things came up. We may start with Principal Livingston Komla Buama, who was EP in 1989, trying to or ensuring that ladies were provided for in the seminary, so that we built a house, kind of. She would want to accommodate the ladies on campus, and that is something that we can say also give the ladies a kind of acceptability, for that matter. When you pick the other principal of the seminary, Dr. Asante, most Reverend Dr. Asante, also for Livingston Buama was EP. So far Asante is Methodist. Also for Asante's time was when he tried to wall the university against encroachments. Many people were encroaching, and to date our land has diminished. And it was also for Asante who ensured that thing was done. During his time, we experienced famine challenges, and he was the one who instituted or asked that we farm. So piggery, poultry, farming, and all that to augment, so that students would not go hungry.
So it was not just about lecturing the students; it was also to cater for them and make them survive for the time being.
And at this, you cast your minds back to early church history. You have the monks in the monastery doing same, having different professions and helping with the activity of the monastery. Some working on the farm, some as cobblers, some as some in the pantry, and so on and so forth. Then you have Osofo Dan Entry, who was a Presbyterian, whose time we started with degrees, wanted the university to have relationship with the seminary, for which reason diplomas and degrees were started. When you come to Osofo Emmanuel Asante, who was a Methodist, and he also became the head of the Methodist Church, he ensured that the nomenclature changes from Trinity College to Trinity Theological Seminary. There was a change from tutors to lecturers. There was a change where the ladder was established. Once you are in seminary as a teacher, like the universities, you must have a career path, kind of. So during his time, he ensured that there was progression from lecturer through senior lecturer, associate professor, and then to professor. It was during his time that the seminary also had accreditation from the National Accreditation Board, where we started issuing our own degrees to the students. And so Trinity has benefited from all these people, all these principals and presidents. And during the 2004-2005 academic year, Trinity also started a master's program. There was the introduction of new courses also. we have what we call certificate in ministry,
Okay.
open to everyone. Anyone who wants to upgrade him or herself in theology, you may come. The seminary will assess you and then place you accordingly.
Okay.
If you will be fine with a certificate, fine. You may also go on. Those who come with a first degree are placed in a master's degree, MAM, Master of Arts in Ministry. It's so because even though it's your first degree in seminary theology, because you already have a first degree, that should be a master's.
Okay.
And accreditation agrees to that. Another president who came on was Fayose Cyril. Fayose is currently the General Secretary of Christian Council of Ghana. And during his time, he introduced courses and sandwich programs and development of other courses.
Sure.
So you find that all these heads of churches, all these heads of the institution were building one upon the other for us to have Trinity as it is today. Osofu J.O.Y. Mante, Professor Mante, Presbyterian, also ascended the seat as president of the seminary. And during his time, one remarkable thing that we see is the building of the academic block.
Okay.
Previously, we only had three rooms, kind of, where you have first year, second year, and third year for lectures. But because we had grown in numbers with outsiders, people who are not necessarily training for ministry coming in, we needed space. And it was Professor Mante's time that we had the academic block built. After Professor Mante, there's a Methodist called Professor Kwabena Asamoah Jedu. During his time, our visibility was great. Visibility in terms of partnering with outside world, where conferences and some such to promote the seminary were held. It was also during his time that Trinity was beautified. I mean, you come to Trinity today, if you had been there 30 years ago, you come today.
So different.
So different.
Okay.
And these are that. So around this time, my sister, we run courses like a Doctor of Philosophy.
Okay.
We have Doctor of Ministry. We have Master of Theology, Master of Arts in Ministry. We have a Bachelor of Theology, Diploma in Theology, and then we have the CIM, Certificate in Ministry. So this is how Trinity, how far Trinity has come. And if you're talking of the numbers today as we speak, student population 615, 615, males 494, and females 121. So this is who we are now and how far God has brought us.
So, Trinity Theological Seminary has influenced ministry in so many great ways. I know a couple of people who have been there, and you could tell the difference. The training they've been through and what they're doing in God's house and his kingdom and all. So if you look at the educational system of Ghana and you see the role that Trinity Theological Seminary has been playing, how do you say that it has influenced church leadership in Ghana and beyond?
Thank you, sister. Trinity was established 1942. And since 42 to date, 2025, my sister, we've trained over 3,000 ministers, male, female, across the denominations that I mentioned. Methodist, Presby, EP, Evangelical, EP, Zion. Anglican. Aside these, we have also trained ministers for the charismatic Pentecostal churches. They are still there. I mean, some of them are still there. So that is how far Trinity has done. Trinity, in all these, has tried to promote morality and integrity. And we insist on honesty, discipline, and service. Service to the nation, service to God. Because we believe that we all serving in the Lord's vineyard. And then we must impact the lives of the people. So we often say you don't attend Trinity just passing through, without Trinity passing through you.
Exactly. That's
so that is what we have done. Apart from that, we have had ecumenical relationships with Lutheran churches, with Baptist churches, and we've also trained ministers for African independent churches. We have had courses for them. We've run short courses and all that for them. So the influence of Trinity is wide. It cuts across the board. And apart from that, we have also hosted students from elsewhere, from outside. You remember when Nigeria was fighting the Biafra War and the rest? Students from Umuahia in Nigeria, also Trinity, were brought. And that is the reason the World Council of Churches, Christian Council of Churches, built for Trinity another hall, the Grand Hall, so that the students who were coming from Nigeria and who stayed here through their training period would be well accommodated. And we have trained people also from the Gambia, from Sierra Leone, and from all others. So when you talk of influence, this is how it is. Aside research and academic excellence and publications, we've also trained people who serve as chaplains. Chaplains to secondary schools, chaplains to hospitals, chaplains to the armed forces and police and prisons. They've all come through Trinity.
Amazing.
And this is what Trinity has done. So as far as influence is concerned, I think Trinity has done.
Really gone very far.
Yes.
You know, there's this fear or trouble with having some kind of set of teaching where it does not fit into a certain kind of orientation that people may have had before coming there. But with all these churches, all these backgrounds coming together, it's like a full circle that makes it balanced. So it's not all charismatic.
No.
It is not all Lutheran.
No.
It's not all Protestant.
No.
And it just makes it balanced and wonderful to make God's work thrive. Our time is far spent, and there's still so much to grab from this conversation. But our final question, the final question to have us talk, we have about 3 or 4 minutes to wrap up the show. Yes, but with this 84 years of existence, I mean, you've shared about how there were times of famine, and then there were programs that came up to actually farm. Yes, and then there were times of somebody coming around to wall the place, beautify the place, all these challenges. For you, what has been some of the most challenging moments of the institution, and yet you have stood the test of time till now?
Thank God, the church, what the church preaches is what we experience in Trinity. Whatever God has blessed you with is what you use to, promote yourself, to live and do what has to be done. Trinity is not sponsored by government. It's sponsored by the churches. There were times that we were hard pressed, money issues and all that, but God has seen us through. And we know that He will see us through to the end.
He has begun with that; He will end indeed well.
So this has been one of the challenges that we face, and as I mentioned earlier on, we also have had challenges with encroachment. Our land has been shrunk. To a size that you cannot think of. It's church, yes, it's church, but people just come, take the land, and then that was why Most Reverend Hassan Tiendri, when he was president, started walling the place, and all the other presidents who came continued with it. You see, otherwise we would have lost all the land. Currently, as we speak, we need bungalows for our lecturers. Other presidents started building. So Pastor Benjedu started building. Others started doing it. But we need to complete them. And these are the challenges that we have. If there's a windfall somewhere, and some money somewhere for theological education, why not?
Why not?
We welcome that.
So, sir, for your final word on those who are listening, maybe somebody who is considering on an institution to enroll, to be equipped, I mean, the Word of God says that study to show yourself approved, a workman that needs not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. You need to be at the right place for the right kind of knowledge. Encourage someone out there, and then if there is any way people could support, please let us know so that if anyone is out there and is willing to be of help, they can.
Yes. Thank you very much. Trinity, we are versatile. And versatile in the sense that we accept everyone who wants to train. The Word of God tells us, for lack of knowledge, my people perish.
Yes.
So we want people to be knowledgeable, to understand the Word of God, and to live by what they hear and what they read. That is not number one. But when it comes to the challenges that there are, Trinity Trinity is welcome to benefactors who would want to help us build the seminary, who want to help us improve the infrastructure that there is. So we may leave our contact.
Yes.
So that if anybody wishes to help, why not? Or get in touch with the seminary, and everything will be fine.
So you can share the contact with us.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead. All right. So we have Right Reverend Professor Joseph N.Y. Edusa-Eyison with us in